Welcome, everybody. Thanks for being here. This is an introduction to all of our speakers. Oh, here we are. I must have clicked something. Thanks for being here today. We are doing an introduction to the speakers. I don't know why it's doing that. We need to have it not do that. I'm not sure why it's doing that. Bear with me. Let me delete video. Okay. If it does that one more time, I'm going to delete it because it is automatically coming up and it should not be doing that. First of all, I would love to introduce you to somebody that you all know. Tracy Wynn is the founder and CEO of Women of Insurance. And as you all know, we're the only female-owned and operated national organization that is focused exclusively on providing training and support to women in the insurance industry. Tracy began her career in the life insurance space back in 2014. She is licensed in Alabama, Georgia, Michigan, Mississippi, Tennessee, Texas, and Virginia. Now, some of Tracy's qualities, if you do not know, she's a very knowledgeable salesperson. She is results driven and is a motivational mentor who is passionate with a drive to win. In case you didn't know that, one of her favorite quotes is from Zig Ziglar. It states, "If you can dream it, then you can achieve it. You will get all you want in life if you help enough other people get what they want." And I think that if you know Tracy and Women of Insurance, you know that she is all about helping others. So let us welcome Tracy Wynn. Welcome, Tracy.
Thank you, Gladys. That was quite an introduction that I wasn't expecting. I appreciate it. So before we get into meeting the speakers and finding out a little bit about what's going to be covered at our conference, just wanted to take a minute and share a little bit about our community, the reason it started, and kind of the same thing with our conference, where it all came from. And with Women of Insurance, we started 3 years ago. Actually, it will be 4 years next month in June on the 17th. And it literally came from my frustration with this entire industry. It's extremely hard to navigate when you're first getting started. I've been in sales my entire life, so I'm pretty good at being able to figure out things and work on my own and be able to get results. But this industry was completely different from what I was used to. So I didn't find a whole lot of support when I was first getting started in insurance, but I was extremely passionate about staying in this industry or making a career out of this due to a couple of people in my family that I lost, and insurance didn't pay out the way that we expected. So I wanted to be sure that that did not happen to any other families, and I could do everything in my power to be able to make sure they were educated and really knew what to expect with different types of policies and coverages and things like that. So just being able to have the support, the community, the resources, the direction, and not have to do all of this stuff on your own and try to figure it out, and then eventually running out of money and going broke and having to get another job again is the reason why Women of Insurance was started. So we literally market ourselves as being the one place that women in insurance can come and get everything it is that they need to be successful in this industry, whether that is going to be your product, services, training, support, mentorship. We provide all of that. We have the products that you need, the services that you need, or either we're in the process of building those partnerships to be able to provide those things so you don't have to go to a million different places trying to make this career last. And as far as our conference, I've been to a lot of conferences. I've been to a lot of industry events, and I've been a exhibit at a lot of events. And the one thing that even when I go to women's events that tends to happen is it's a women's event, but it's not really customized to women. It's still very generic. So this event has been 100% customized for women. Not to say that men are not going to get value. They're going to absolutely gain plenty of value from attending, but it is truly customized to us. Our communication is different. Our selling techniques are different. The way that our schedules are, our lives, the responsibilities that we have, the different types of obligations, all of that stuff is different compared to the average man. There are, plenty of men who are single parents as well. And not to say that all of us are single parents, but typically when the cooking, the cleaning, the taking care of the children, the running back and forth to sports, taking care of aging parents, all of that stuff kind of falls on women typically. So being able to have a person that's kind of, you're able to look to them and say, okay, well, they have a similar lifestyle, they have a similar schedule, they have some of the similar struggles that I have, and they run a multi-million-dollar agency. How do they do it? So being able to get that feedback that's now relatable to you versus being told all the time, just do more, make more phone calls, make more appointments, buy more leads. It's always do more, when in reality, that's not the main thing that's going to help you to get to where it is that you're going. So having all of our trainers and all of our speakers be women, I am very excited about and very passionate about helping women, not only in this industry, but in general, with whatever goals it is that they have. So we're excited about that part. And then being able to have childcare. I have 5 children, and right now they're older, so me attending events wouldn't be an issue, but they were not always the age they are now. And I did not have the support. I missed a lot of events because I didn't have the family members or friends or somebody that could watch my children for me to attend. And there was no option for childcare. So just trying to eliminate some of those obstacles that we do run into as women is one of the things behind this event. And then a couple of the topics they'll share, of course, as they're talking, but a couple of them, 3 really, well, there's actually a bunch of them I'm really excited about, but 3 of them just from the top, and a couple of these ladies are here today that will cover these things, is being able to create a culture people want to be a part of. That is something that you see mentioned often, and people are struggling with being able to find that. And then once you do find it, how do you get those people to stay? So that's going to be something that we cover at conference. And then also how to attract and hire top talent. You have so many people who come in and they want to get involved in this industry, and there's a lot of money to be made, but it also takes a lot of work. So being able to attract the people that have the skill set needed to succeed in this industry, they understand what it's going to take, they're willing to put in what it's going to take. Those are the type of people that agency owners and people who are recruiting and building teams are wanting to attract. And that's a topic that we'll be covering at this event as well. And the last one that I'll mention before everyone starts speaking is going to be mental health. And the reason for that is I had just over maybe the course of a couple of weeks, several people that were posting and talking about depression or talking about being suicidal at some point, or just struggling with mental health in general, feeling overwhelmed, stressed, burnout. And mental health is typically stigmatized, not in our industry specifically, but just in the world. It's not something that too many people want to talk about or discuss. And I think it's extremely important because your mind has to be right. Your body has to be right. You have to fuel your body to be able to succeed and to do the things that you want to do in your career. Otherwise, you end up sick or working yourself to death, where you have heart attacks or strokes or heart disease or any of these other things, that happen. And there's absolutely a better way. So making sure that you're taking care of yourself first is going to be one of the highlights of this event as well. And I will pass it back to Gladys so that she can bring up each of the speakers that we do have on today. We are missing a few ladies, but we have a good bit of our speakers here so that you can learn a little bit about them and what they're going to be covering at our conference.
Thank you so much, Tracy. We appreciate you. Thanks for doing this. It is awesome. We got one more speaker. Thank you so much, Tracy. We appreciate you. Thanks for doing this. It is awesome. We got one more speaker. Thank you so much, Tracy. We appreciate you. Thanks for doing this. It is awesome. We got one more speaker. Thank you so much, Tracy. We appreciate you. Thanks for doing this.
We are echoing somewhere.
We appreciate you. Thanks for doing this.
We are echoing somewhere. Are echoing somewhere.
Okay, we're going to try this again. All right. So we want to start with one of our first speakers. We are going to highlight Jessie. She is going to tell us some of the highlights on what to expect during the conference. So take it away, Miss Jessie.
Hi, ladies. Thank you so much for having me. What I am going to cover at the conference is essentially how I did it. What I did to reach the level of success that I'm at. I started in insurance in 2017, and I started like super broke, like on food stamps, unemployment, single mom, didn't have money for leads, and within 8 months of really just kind of dipping my toe in the water. I had been let go of a job, so I didn't have any training in sales or anything like that. And so within 8 months of starting insurance, I ended up writing 1 million in business. And then I started recruiting friends. And then 6 years later, 6 years and 5 months later, we're at around 200 agents nationwide. And we just surpassed 100 million in premium. And I did it all over the phone. It's remote sales. And I have a script that I'm going to share in my breakout session. I've dubbed it the $1 million script. I wrote a book on my journey and like everything I've done, including giving the script away, but I am going to give it away in my breakout session. And that's essentially what I'm going to cover is some tips and tricks that helped me go from what I was, the life I had to the life I have now. The mindset that it took, I know it's probably like beaten to death, but I feel like this is an 80% mind game business. It's all really how you talk to yourself, how you view yourself, your work ethic, the promises you keep to yourself. And then tips and tricks that help me along the way, like little things to say over the phone to get the client to buy right then and there. And so I've passed that knowledge on to my agents over the years. And like I said, we just surpassed 100 million in premium. So um, that's what I'm going to cover. I'm excited. I can't hear anything.
Thank you. Okay, I unmuted myself, and hopefully we don't have that echo. So thanks, Jesse. We're looking forward to that $1 million script. For those of you that are on Facebook or YouTube, please put in your questions that you may have. We will see them, and we might be able to answer your questions for any of these speakers. We are going to move on to, since I have you next on my little screen here, Megan, if you would like to tell us about your presentation.
Awesome. Yes. Hi. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here. I am going to be talking about all things social media. So things are always changing. Things are, the algorithm and new features. So I'm really going to be just focusing in on how to build a sustainable strategy that works for you across any platform, right? So whether it is Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn or wherever you are, no matter where you are, how to really infuse your personality into your branding so you'll stand out more against the competition. I see so many people who hop onto social media and look at it just like a checkbox and they expect to get, a ton of leads, but really helping shift again the mindset word to really focusing on building relationships so you can make social media work for you. So yeah, we're going to be talking about setting up your profiles to be successful and to work for you there, and just focusing on building your brand and how to show up.
Thank you, Megan. That is awesome. Social media, for those of us that are a little needing to learn more about social media. It's a love-hate relationship for me. So next, we are going to ask Miss Elise, if you wouldn't mind, tell us, hey, what are you going to be sharing with us? Because I know you just have just the power voice. Love it.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. I cannot tell you all how excited I am to be here. And Tracy, just hearing you speak and then hearing the other women speak so far. I mean, I didn't realize there was childcare at this event. And I will just say I've got a 2-year-old and a 2-month-old at home right now. And I'm like, amen, hallelujah. It is so incredible for something to come together to support women who are serious about crushing their career goals, and then also having it all in terms of family and life. So I love all of it. So I'm Elise Archer. I am the founder and CEO of a company called She Sells. And I am going to be speaking and sharing at the event based very much on my own personal experience of finding myself in my late 20s, having really climbed the corporate ladder and done all the quote unquote right things for sales and career success, and looking kind of on the outside like I had it all, but on the inside, burnt out, exhausted, depleted, panic attacks, all of the things. And I decided there had to be another way to achieve career and sales success that didn't leave me in that state. And I went on a journey of working with some really incredible female mentors and found a different way for us as women to sell, to make great money, and to have a lot of joy in the process as well. And so not only was I able to drop the struggle that I had been in for so long, but I was able to 10x my income very quickly with way less effort. And I'm just obsessed now with helping women kind of have those same quantum leaps in your business and your career. So I'm going to be talking all things feminine sales strategy, quantum leaping your money, wealth consciousness, and I'm just really excited to be a part of this.
Thank you. We are looking forward to that. I love it. Quantum leap in sales. That is awesome. So next we are gonna, and I hope I don't butcher your name, Inaru. Did I get it? Yes. Please share with us what are the strategies we're going to be learning from you, and hopefully we didn't. Oh, I hope you're unmuted. Unmute. There we go.
Okay,
You're all
now. You didn't. It's in most people do change that, but I'm used to it, so it's okay. So I am gonna be in the Medicare breakout room, and Medicare is very important to me, even though I work with life and other areas. When I started the check, when they told me that Medicare doesn't cover everything. So I'm going to be talking about the basics of Medicare, fun facts, that is, different care supplements, a little bit of Medicaid, enrollment, Medicare, which are different from the way you market yourself, the way you promote your business with Medicare is very different. And we will also talk a little bit about commissions. So I'm very excited. Like I said, when I started in this, I had a lot of misconceptions in regards of Social Security and Medicare, and that's why I have specialized in Medicare now.
very nice.
So I'm
So
excited
important.
to be there.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. Yes, that is one thing that is so important. So yeah, breakout session, Medicare, absolutely. Next, Carlotta, if you wouldn't mind sharing with us what you will be sharing and what we're going to be learning.
Hey guys, I am Carlotta Thompson, and I founded Tax Strategists of America, where we are the only firm in the country that does tax strategy implementation. And so I founded Pathway to Zero Taxes, and that is how I learned to get to zero by working with the IRS, at the IRS. I've been studying tax law since I was 14, and I speak all across the country, just helping business owners get to zero taxes. And so if you're here and you're a business owner, which all of you should be, then I'm going to show you the exact pathway to get to zero taxes, and that's zero federal taxes. And so I'm super excited to be here and speak. And I can't wait for all of you guys to learn how to keep your money, because once you start making the money, those of you who are making, the 500,000, I think someone said they were at $1 million, your biggest expense will be the government, right? And so keeping that money after you're past that 100,000, 150,000 mark will become your number one expense. And so, but we help people that are just starting in business, that are at 30,000 in business, all the way to 30 million in business. And so our heart is just to help entrepreneurs pay zero tax. And so I hope that you guys are all here. I'm excited to speak in the insurance space. I've not spoken in the insurance space, and it's really cool. I love what you guys are putting together here. Usually, you know, I'm talking to the doctors and the lawyers and the physical therapists and all the things, but insurance is so important because all of you should be doing tax strategy, but it's not really taught. I'm sure a lot of you, you know, no one's ever really taught you about taxes. Whenever you started your business, the IRS didn't call you and say, hey, did you know you can do this, this, and this, or you should do this? And so that is why I created this company. I started this as a ministry. And so I am here just to serve you guys.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep, right? So looking forward to that. We all want to keep our money. Next, we're going to ask Ms. Jennifer Zimmerman, if you could tell us, what are we going to be learning from you?
Hello, ladies. First of all, I have to apologize that I'm in my bedroom. It's my daughter's high school graduation. I have people all over my house right now, but I did not want to miss the chance to come on and say hello and try to listen as long as I could. I am like several of the others that have gone before me tonight, and I am an entrepreneur who just left corporate world, State Farm. I drank the red and white Kool-Aid for 25 years, and 10 years ago, I went off and launched my own agency, and it's a very brave thing to do. I know one of you mentioned, you know, struggling and being a single parent. And when I launched my agency, I had about $421 in my bank account with two young children. So my topic is radical referral relationships, and it's something that I'm super passionate about. To grow in my agency without having any marketing dollars, I knew very quickly that building relationships, having integrity, and tracking how my new business was coming to me, even though I didn't really have a lot of money to put into it, has literally made the difference in my success. And so while I'm not maybe as big as a lot of the agencies that we run into at these conferences and things, I am growing at the pace that works for me, and I'm growing the kind of business happening the way I want it to happen with the people I want it to happen with successfully because of referral relationships. So that's what I plan on talking about, is how to set yourself up for success with that, spend the least amount of money, make it authentic, make it something that just goes on and on and on. No matter if people are five years away from signing up for Medicare, they're going to remember you because of how you made them feel as you built the relationship over time. So I'm so excited. And when I tell you I'm very excited to meet the tax lady, I'm just calling you that. I'm sorry. But woo, I can't wait to meet you. I can't wait to meet all of you.
Nice. Thank you, Jennifer. Yeah, relationships are so important. Have a great time at your daughter's graduation. That's so important. Yay.
Thank you. Thank you.
So next we're going to ask Miss Rosemary.
Good afternoon, everybody. What an exciting time it is at Women of Insurance. I am super duper stoked about this conference that is coming. I will be talking about property and casualty, advanced sales techniques. I am the president and CEO of Sharp & Associates Insurance Agency. I have over 32 years experience in the property and casualty space. However, my agency, we do sell all lines of insurance, but I am really excited about talking about the property and casualty because it is a male-dominated field. And, you know, throughout my career, I've always been trying to find my tribe. And so Women of Insurance has really allowed me to do that, to find my tribe. And so I'm going to be talking to women about sales techniques that we as women can use to break through some of the barriers that we come in contact with when we're trying to sell property and casualty. And so we're going to be talking about different sales success secrets, tips and tools, so that you don't have to work as hard. You can work smarter and not harder. And so I'm really excited to share my wealth of knowledge that I've acquired over these last 32 years. And so it's going to be an exciting, fun time. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, thank you so much for doing that, Rosemary, because even though I'm licensed in PNC, that's not my jam. So to have other passionate women is amazing. Absolutely love it. Next, Bernice, if you would mind telling us what is your topic?
Yes, hello everyone. Listen, just listening to everyone here today has my heart just bursting and brimming over with excitement and pride. I couldn't just be more excited about this opportunity and what is going on inside of the Women of Insurance community. So just a huge shout out to all of you ladies here. I feel like I am one of the OGs along with Rosemary. I've been in the industry for 29 years, and all of my experience really has been on the personal line side. And so I am the CEO of Bernice Oliver International, where we run a project, we run a program called the Simply Profitable Insurance Woman Accelerator. And that's where we're helping, primarily my focus is helping high achieving women who really want to do three things. One thing they want to do is they want to increase their leadership, their influence, and their income without sacrificing their personal lives. You know, part of my story was much like Tracy when I started way back, opened my first agency in 2006. It was and still is a primarily male dominated industry. And I didn't have any mentors. No one wanted to help me. I certainly felt like on an island on my own, particularly being a woman and of course being a woman of color. So it was very difficult for me back then. And I really didn't know what to do. And so I kind of had to build my own virtual mentors and kind of teach myself how to really build a brand, how to build a business, how to create my own leadership culture that I wanted to see in the companies that I wanted to build. And so that's why the topic, creating a culture shock, is what I'll be discussing at the conference. And so it's all centered around creating and building cultures that not only help people to advance and be high achieving, but it really helps them to thrive. And that is, of course, our goal. And so our programs is really set on three things, and it's around your mindset, your leadership, and mastering the scale so that you can live not just an amazing professional life, but you can live a really yummy personal life as well. So very excited to be here tonight. Again, kudos to everyone online. Congratulations, Jennifer. I think she said her daughter is graduating. I've got people here in my house too, so that's why I've been kind of bouncing back and forth, trying to make sure the noise is not too much. But yeah, I'm just super excited to be part of the community, but more so, I'm happy to support and be here, considered to be one of the great speakers here on the stage at the conference. So excited about it.
Well, thank you very much. We are looking forward to that because leadership, influence, and income is so important. How can we do that? So next, Stephanie, if you wouldn't mind being our next person.
Hello, ladies. Very nice to be here. Glad I finally got on. I seem to always have technical issues. I'm going to be speaking on the subject of estate planning, and I'm not going to really dive too much into the depth of estate planning, but I'm going to be talking about how through the 30 years that we've been in practice, we've used estate planning as a prospecting tool, and of course, as a relationship tool with the families that you're serving. Because, you know, when we go to meetings, and of course, I've been with my husband for all these years, he's been licensed. So I've been to tons of conferences like Tracy mentioned, and they're always male dominated. And so he's very focused in a different way. And while, again, I'm not going to be bringing my boys, they're men now, and one of them is working with me. It's so awesome to have the childcare, because I remember there were a lot of things I couldn't do. And my husband would go to the meetings and I would stay back and hang with my kids. So this is such an awesome opportunity so that the women don't have to feel left out, that they can't do it and you're making it so affordable too. So that's great. But I'm going to be, I'll touch a little bit, I think I only have 30 minutes. So I'm really going to just be coaching on how we've used estate planning to get relationships, because what I do, we're in the relationship business. We don't do one call closes. Everything's multiple appointments. And we like to say to a family that we're going to be in their lives serving them until either we're gone or they're gone. And it's definitely something that it's very simple to get conversationally competent in this space, so that when the opportunity presents itself to start talking about some of these really sensitive issues, You know, people are happy that you have the other tools, but then they're like, wow, you can help me with this as well. So that's what I'm going to be bringing. And I'm so excited just to meet everybody. And thank you to all of the women who have started this. And we're all kind of on the ground floor. And it's just really cool to think about where it's going to be as the years go on. So looking forward to meeting everybody and excited to hear all the different presentations. I think that's been one of my biggest challenges. I can't ever seem to get on any of the other trainings. So I'm really happy and going to make that more of a priority as well. But just to hear everybody else at the meeting. So I look forward to meeting everyone.
Well, thank you for that. Oh my goodness, that's exciting. Estate planning is one of those very important things that it is truly, you're right. If we can build that relationship, it is so many things that are being looked at. So thank you for that. Terica, would you mind being our next person to tell us what you're going to be focused on? Looking forward to that. Let's unmute you. Yeah, there you go.
Hi, everyone. It's good to see everybody. Looking forward to the conference. I am going to be focusing on commercial property insurance. Pretty much, my presentation is going to be focusing on helping women find their niche in the commercial insurance property segment because it is so broad. And so really what I found my most success in it by doing this for the last 20 years was finding my niche and really focusing on what are you good at, what market do you know, and then what coverages are needed for that particular market and how do you reach that market. So that's the topic is I'm going to cover is finding and picking your niche in the commercial insurance as far as related to property and casualty and how you can expand that and segment that to like cover the business, cover the owner, as well as cover the employees. So I'm looking forward to it.
Very nice. Thank you so much. Yeah, being very specific is so important because if a lot of times we think if we throw a wide net, it's better. And sometimes it's when you're that focused that everybody knows exactly what you need and they go to you. So no, love it. Thank you so much. All right. So next, I think I got everybody. I think, yes. Raise your hand. Let me know. All right. So then I am one of your speakers also. And so Gladys Boutwell, Insurance by Design, I am going to be focused on if you are a woman who thinks there's not enough time in the day, if you're really passionate about what you do, and you want to know, well, how do I get it done? I love what I do. I know what my niche is. I know, how to sell, but how do I get it done? Because there's only 24 hours in the day. Well, you're going to find out the pillars to attain your goals, then how to find the time for what's most important, and then why chaos is actually going to help you reach your goals. Because sometimes when we're working on something, we are not focused on that one thing. We're focused on multiple things. So how can we focus on what's most important? That way you're taking care of yourself. And if you take care of yourself, guess what? You're going to be able to take care of others. So that is what I'm going to be focused on. I'm going to pass it back to Tracy and have her close us out. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here today. We are looking forward to this coming conference.
Thank you, Gladys. I appreciate it. Actually, we need to bring Mernice back up. She had a couple of other topics that were added based off of the feedback that we received in our group. She'll actually be the person who is covering creating a culture that people want to be a part of, as well as how to attract and hire top talent, which are two struggles that a lot of people in this industry have, or just in business in general.
Okay, great. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm sorry. Am I still, let me make sure I'm not muted. No, I'm not muted. All right. So really quickly, 60 seconds or less. Yes, I will be talking about two things. I have two different topics. One, of course, is called culture shock, and it's all centered around how to create a workplace that everybody wants to be a part of. So we're going to talk about, how to gain an understanding of the elements that really make up a strong culture, why culture matters, and then most importantly, what are the benefits of having an amazing culture for your business. And then the second topic is all about recruiting revolution. I don't know about you, but every professional woman that I work with, whether it's in this space or in the corporate sector, we're all talking about how do we find and how do we attract and retain top talent. And so I will be speaking on, some tips and strategies around how we all can begin to reshape our thinking as it relates to how we actually recruit, onboard, and retain top talent. So I'm excited about that.
Very cool. Well, thank you. Yes, attracting and retaining is so important. I use that line all the time. How do you want to attract and retain quality staff? Well, thank you for that. We're looking forward to it. So back to Tracy. Thanks for bringing that up, Tracy.
Okay, thank you. I'm talking to myself. Nobody could hear me. I appreciate that. There's only a couple of other things that I wanted to add. One being to talk just a little bit about how the other conferences are structured and why we chose the model that we've chosen. So if you've been in insurance for any amount of time, what you've kind of seen is probably a lot of separation within our industry, to where when you go to events, you have the life insurance conferences, you have the Medicare conferences, you have the PNC conferences, and even the retirement seminars or conferences, but you don't really see all of those things combined together. So typically, if there is conferences happening and it's for all lines of insurance, you'll see that it turns more into a motivational thing and not really educational. And motivation is great. We have to have that as well. But having the breakouts that we have and all of the ladies that you've heard talk today, and being able to cover all lines of insurance at this event, we have, of course, the topics main stage are going to be relevant to everyone. It doesn't matter which line of insurance you're in, but the ones that are insurance specific, those are the breakouts. And there's a couple of reasons behind that, but one of the main things is our industry has an extremely high turnover. So one of our big goals with Women of Insurance is to be able to help decrease that turnover that exists in our industry. And the way that we're able to do that is going to be through the training, the service, the support, the community that we have. But it's also to make sure that when people are coming into this industry, they know what their skill set is, they know what their interests are, as well as their availability and risk tolerance, because all of that stuff goes into really deciding where do you fit into this industry. So being able to have breakout sessions that include all lines of insurance is extremely beneficial, because let's say that you've been in this industry for 3 years and you're wondering, why am I still struggling? I've been in this 3 years and my friend just came in, they've been here 6 months and they're absolutely killing it. It's not because there's anything wrong with you, but if you don't have the right training, the right support, the right product, and if you're not working within what matches the skill set you have, as well as the time requirements, because they're all different, then you can continue to stay where you are for the next 5 years and nothing is going to change because you're not working in the capacity that you need to be working in. So being able to come to this event and come in and out of these different breakout sessions allows you firsthand to see a little bit more about what some of the other lines of insurance consist of. So let's say you've been trying to do life and that's not working, but then you happen to go into Terica's training and you hear her speaking about commercial insurance and she specializes in restaurants. And then you're like, okay, well, this is something that I actually would want to study about. I would want to learn about it. I am interested in this. And then now your entire business changes simply because you switched the line of insurance that now makes sense for you. So that's one of the purposes for having all lines of insurance. But the other thing is also, some people have been in this industry 20, 30 years, and they still focus only on one line of insurance, and that's totally fine. But they may be at a point then, or even prior to that time, that it's going to make sense to add a couple of other lines of insurance to their business, especially if they're wanting to grow or ultimately be able to get out of selling and, move more into a role of building teams and different things like that. So the all lines of insurance, we are really happy to be able to have that and found the ladies that are qualified to teach these sessions. And one of the other things that we have with this event that you only typically see with your regular conference that's specific to your company is the award ceremony. And that was always my favorite part of any events I attended, was being able to get the awards there and being able to dress up. I stay busy. I don't have a whole lot of time to be, getting dressed up and going out or any of that stuff, but I like winning and I like dressing up. So with this one, this is our 4-year anniversary celebration. So although we're not going to do awards, we are doing prize drawings over 3 days. So we're really looking forward to that and being able to get dressed up. We have a formal dinner, which it also has live jazz with that. So this is hosted during Father's Day weekend. And if you've not looked at Gaylord Opryland Resort, it's absolutely gorgeous. There's a lot of different things to do there. You literally don't have to leave the resort, and you're able to knock out a couple of things. One being to celebrate Father's Day, the other one being to learn and to educate yourself and to take your business to the next level. So, and then of course, if you're bringing children, because we do have childcare, you have the option for booking the water park if you want to do there. So it's just, for me, my time is extremely limited. So if I can go and I'm able to learn something, I'm able to celebrate my husband and even possibly throw in a family vacation, that's a bonus for me, because I do travel a lot, but I don't have time to go in and out of all these other conferences that are happening all the time. And I'm certain some other women can relate to that. And the last thing that I'll say prior to ending is one of the other things, one of my many frustrations that have happened with me attending as an exhibit to events has been, we're set out in the hallway and you're kind of waiting for someone to walk by, which usually happens if they're going to the bathroom or if they're going to get something to eat and they're not really thinking about stopping by to talk to you. So and we may have some of our sponsors or exhibits watching right now, but we want to make sure that we place them in the very best position to receive a positive ROI at this event. So we've moved all of our exhibits into our main session, which maximizes the access that you have to attendees and the access the attendees have to you to get to know more about the products and services that you're offering that's able to help them in their business. And that's during the coffee breaks we have, during the breakfast that we have. And then of course we have the regular scheduled social events, but also not really booking a whole bunch of the same companies. I've been to events and I'm there and there's like 10 other people there that do what I do, which is fine, but it does get a little frustrating. So it's not going to be an event you come to or participate in and you're going to see like 10 other lead vendors there. It's not going to be that. They're extremely limited, or either they're not competing companies are not able to participate in this event as an exhibit because we don't want to have all of that overlap. So just a couple of things that kind of sets us apart from some of the other events that are happening. And then of course, our website is scrolling across the bottom, which is womenofinsurance.org. We do still have spaces for sponsorships. I don't know that those would ever be filled. Anybody who is interested or wanting to support us, doesn't matter what that cost is. It could literally be $5. We're going to do everything that we can to help support you back and be able to promote your business and get you added to our website and be able to send people to you. At the end of the day, it's all about helping each other. When you do that, you really don't have to worry about anything. So we're on a mission here, and some people would consider it to be a movement, but we're just getting started and we're absolutely not going anywhere. So I'm super excited to have these ladies on board with us, and I look forward to what the future holds.
Thanks, Tracy. There are 2 questions that came up. One of them is, what time do the sessions start on Friday?
On Friday, they start at 4. Check-in is actually, let me not say that. Let's say 6 o'clock would be when things officially start, because check-in is not until 4. So it would be 6 to 10 on Friday. And we are in the process of making our updated itinerary with confirmed details and all of the stuff they just shared today. That will be published over the weekend. So on Monday, you can go back to our website and you'll be able to see a detailed description of each of the breakouts and the main stage sessions that are happening, as well as start and stop times.
Perfect. And the other question is, will speaker presentations be recorded and available at a later time?
They will not be recorded. This is a live event only. And even our future events, I don't know that we're going to get into recording. This is an entire experience that we're creating. So we really want to make sure that people are there in person. So I don't have any plans at this point of making it where any of the information is recorded. Now for the speakers and breakout trainers that are going to be speaking and training at the event, We will have video clips of them that they're able to use to share across their social media. But for you to go back and watch an entire speaker or training, you would absolutely need to be there in person for that to happen.
All right, thank you for that. So are there any other questions? I did type it in there, but if you have any other questions, we're about to close out. I want to make sure I give that opportunity, that if you have a question for any of our speakers or for Tracy, please let us know. Reach back out to us if we end the session before you're able to type it in there. Email us or message us on Facebook. We are here for you. This is all about supporting each other. I am excited about all our speakers, and these are not even all our speakers, y'all. This is just some of our speakers, presenters. We have others that are going to be on the main stage. We have breakout sessions. It's all about you. We want to make sure that you are being supported, and this is just a flavor of what to expect. So thank you all for being here, our speakers and those that are listening in, and for those that check this video out later on. Any last words from you, Tracy, before we close out?
Nope. I appreciate you being here. I look forward to meeting you all in Nashville.
Anything else from any of our speakers? Any last words? Yeah, good. All right. Looking forward to it, y'all. We say there's a lot of great comments. Make sure you go back to the Facebook page to see the comments. But I will see the last one is great information, ladies. So yes, I agree with that. And we will see you all in June. Have a good one, y'all. Bye.
Thank you.